want to make a special welcome to our newly Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, our Northern Territory Adam Gills, Jenny Macklin, Honourable Jenny Macklin, Honourable Warren Snowden, and and for those that can't say any farewells, but I know a special welcome to you. Kulolo. Kulolo. This is the term that we use to greet and welcome people to our country. People that comes from all territories. Today we celebrate a true Yunupingu Memorial man, Dr. Yunupingu. Yunupingu means the eye of the crocodile. He was a teacher, a musician, an ambassador for young people. He spent his life teaching, both inside and outside the classroom. His headband that I'm wearing today, he's the one that my husband took to the world, promoting young music, languages, and culture in his attempt to bring down white Australians' racism. Racism was something he experienced many times in his life. Even when he was named as an Australian of the Year in 1993, his headband was a symbol of strength and a power, identifying who he was, representing the knowledge of his Ngati Puru clan. He has many Ngati Puru clan, but this Ngati Puru clan is Ridajingon, which is my clan. We were married late in 1979, and we had an amazing journey together, growing up a family, working together in education, teaching, and both ways curriculum development. We led to Karama Maths and got the Rome curriculum. He was a husband, a loving father to our 6 daughters, and a proud grandfather of 6 beautiful grandsons. At the beginning of our life together, I never thought that he would become a world-famous person. Through the journey, we had good times and bad times, like any marriage. We sometimes didn't talk to each other, either for a while in the bad times, but would finally talk and be friends again. His vision for strong both ways education developed while he was studying for his Bachelor of Arts in Education at Deakin University. Together with elders and Deakin University academics, he developed a metaphor of karma, the missing of the salt and fresh water. Fresh water from the land represents Yolngu knowledge, and salt water rushing in represents Western knowledge. Inside this mixing water, he saw power and potential for strong education based on Yolngu knowledge. He had always known something was missing in our school education. He became a passionate believer in two-way learning for Yolngu students, always with a vision, always with voices of Yolngu elders ringing in his ears. His vision for the Yolngu team teachers, back then known as assistant teachers, was for them to become qualified teachers, senior teachers, educational leaders. He believed in self-determination, self-management. Aboriginalisation of the school at Yolngu was an important process for his life, for him. He didn't work for himself, not never. The media often say he was the first Yolngu principal, as if he was working for himself only. But his work always included Yolngu elders and all the other staff and teachers in the school, which details the work he and Mr. Wale Wunumura did with the Yolngu Action Group and the school council. He had strong belief in Aboriginalisation of the school and worked with Bachelor College to support community-based teacher education as we work towards becoming trained Yolngu teachers. In the time from 1988 until 1995, 7 more Yolngu teachers gained teaching qualifications at Yirrkala and Yirrkala Homeland Schools. Yunupingu and Mari Kuttara. My husband was a very busy man. He worked for the community, elders to Aboriginalise school and to develop Karma Maths curriculum. He organised cultural workshops for students at Yirrkala School and Homeland School, teaching students about kinship, ancestral connections, like Mari Kuttara, Yunupingu. Learning on country program about to start at Yirrkala School and Lainapoi Homelands next semester as it origins in those cultural workshops. My Duwai husband was always deeply involved with the music. He formed Yunupingu band in 1986 with his wako, Widiana Marika. Yunupingu grew up to be a much bigger band, and before too long, they were world famous. On stages, there was always didgeridoo players blowing to the north, south, east, and west, spreading his messages of Yolngu strength and cultural survival. Yunupingu band members played an essential role in the development of music program at Yirrkala, especially Stewie Calloway, Yirrkala and Lainapoi schools have produced several new bands, East Journey, Karangali Band, and Neil Band, to name a few. All the young musicians speak of their deep love and gratitude for this inspirational work with him. The legacy that he left is amazing. Always together, Yakakana. Always together, not alone. Ngaingo Galile. Another great Yolngu educational leader who died in 2008, my sister, Dr. R. Marika, explains the idea of Ngaingo Galile for us. This idea speaks for reciprocity of learning from each other and is a guiding educational principle at Yirrkala. It has become deeply embedded in talking about teaching and learning and has been extended to working with non-Indigenous people. It evokes a strong commitment to respect dialogue, working back and forward, giving and taking, learning from each other across the cultural interface. These Yolngu process were the basis of our work at Yirrkala. We didn't work alone, and my Duwai insist from the beginning that he was the elder who was expert, the philosopher, leader, and thinkers for educational development for our schools. About this time, my husband extended his idea of both-way schooling to the tertiary sector when he set up a Youth India Foundation. A Youth India Foundation was established as a non-profit charitable organisation in 1990. My husband was supported by senior Yolngu clan leaders from the northeast Arnhem Land to foster and support the maintenance and passing on of Yolngu culture system and cultural life. His vision for Youth India Foundation included the incorporation of Yolngu cultural knowledge and languages in southern universities. He imagined southern tertiary students coming to Arnhem Land to do formal learning with respected Yolngu elders. In turn, our new graduates from Yolngu schools would enroll in southern universities and gain tertiary qualifications. He always saw the two knowledge systems needed to be balanced, not allowing Western knowledge to take first place or to poison us. He was a man who believed in balance. Yolngu knowledge had to come first and bring the Western knowledge in later. My husband always kept strong contacts with other bachelor college and Deakin University graduates working across Northern Territory, who was working on both ways curriculum and Aboriginal pedagogy. He was a member of FAPI, the first Northern Territory Aboriginal Consultative Group. He was a signatory to the National AEP, Aboriginal Education Policy 21 Goal. In 2001, at Iparinya Festival in Alice Springs, he launched award-winning Papunya Schoolbook of Country and History, celebrating the curriculum model developed by Papunya school staff. Student and community members using the AEP policy guidelines. Whenever community people asked him for support, he was there to give hope and strength against the forces of assimilation which still face us today. In 2007, the saddest thing that happened in our life together occurred when my husband was diagnosed with diabetes and high blood pressure, which in turn contribute to advanced renal failure, for which he received hemodialysis 3 times a week in Darwin for 5 years before returning home to Yirrkala. His devastating disease slowed him down a little, but he continued to active in educational programs relating to diabetes and renal education. In 2008, acting of the NT bilingual program saw him back in the educational arena, going to meeting with politicians and supporting the work of Friends of Bilingual Learning.